Shabbat Shalom. This week we read from the Torah, Parashat Chukat-Balak, and I'm going to begin with the Torah reading this morning, and then I'll continue with the Devar Torah. In Parashat Chukat-Balak, the king of Moab, Balak, instructs a sorcerer named Bilam to curse the Israelites. And this errand of the sorcerer, Bilam, makes God very angry. And so God stations an angel in the way as Bilam is headed to curse the Israelites riding on his donkey. And the donkey can see the angel, but Bilam cannot. And Bilam's donkey stops and won't go and veers off into the field. And 3 times Bilam whips his donkey just so hard, so in such a cruel way. Now, that's where we pick up the Torah portion. Numbers chapter 22, verses 28 through 35. Baruch hu et Adonai haborach, Baruch Adonai haborach le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et haTorah, Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Vayiftach Adonai et pi ha'aton, and Adonai opened the donkey's mouth. Va'tomer, and she said, leBilam, to Bilam, me asiti lecha. How's that for my donkey voice? What have I done to you that you've beaten me these 3 times? Vayomer Bilam, and then Bilam responds as if it's perfectly natural to be talking to his donkey. La'aton, ki hitalalta bi. You're making a mockery of me. Ki lu yesh chela biadi ki ata hayatich. If I only had a sword, I would kill you. Vatomer ha'aton el Bilam, and the donkey responded to Bilam, Halo anochi atoncha asher achavta alai meodcha ad hayom hazeh. Am I not the same donkey that you've been riding for many years? Is it my habit to do like this to you, to stop and swerve off? Vayomer lo. Until Bilam says, no, it's not how you usually behave. Vayigal Adonai et einei Bilam, and Adonai opened Bilam's eyes. Vayal et malach Adonai nitzav baderech, and then Bilam could see the angel of Adonai standing in the way. V'charbo shlufa b'yado, and the angel had a sword drawn in its hand. Vayikod vayishtachu la'apav, and Bilam got off the donkey and bowed down onto his face. Vayomer ilav malach Adonai, and the angel of Adonai said to him, Alma hikita et atoncha zeh shalosh regalim. Why have you beaten your donkey these 3 times? Hinei anochi yatzati l'satan, ki rat haderech l'negdi. I was standing in the way as an adversary, and therefore the donkey would, because the path that you were on was despicable to me. V'tir'ani ha'aton v'teit lefanai zeh shalosh regalim. And the donkey saw me, and that's why the donkey stopped and veered off these 3 times. Ulai latata mipanai ki ata gam otcha haragti v'ota hechayite. And if you hadn't stopped, I would have killed you and let your donkey live. Vayomer Bilam el malach Adonai, and now a chastened Bilam says to the angel of Adonai, Chatati, I have sinned. Ki lo yadati ki ata nitzav likrati baderech, because I didn't realize that you were standing in my way in the road. Va'ata imra beinecha ashuva li, And if this path that I'm on is wicked to you, I will turn back. So now for word of Torah, Devar Torah. What I'd like to share a word or two about is anger. Because what we see here is God becomes angry and sends the donkey to stop Balaam from the path that's hateful to God. And Balaam loses complete control of his anger in striking the donkey. Rabbi Harvey Winokur, writing in the Musar Torah commentary, writes, when his donkey repeatedly strays from the path, Balaam responds by angrily striking his donkey 3 times. Balaam is blinded by his anger and unable to see the angel. So it's the anger that stands in the way of Balaam seeing the right way. You know, so much about what's going on in our world may make us angry. We may be angered simply at this pandemic itself. We may be angry about the way that our government, federal, state, local, whatever it is, depending on your point of view, the way that the government is handling it. We may be justifiably very angry about violence, racist violence that we see in our country, and we may be angry about violence that has accompanied some otherwise peaceful demonstrations. And anger in some of these situations, particularly as we confront white supremacy, anger is entirely appropriate. And channeled appropriately and in a proper measure, anger can be a good thing and necessary. And yet when anger takes control of us, we, like Balaam, risk veering off the right path and risk blinding ourselves to the angels in our midst. Shabbat shalom.